Hello, everyone, and welcome to Harv's World for the next episode of Off the Grid. It's a big day on the homestead, a very big day. Why, you might ask? Well, the home plots have been sold. I'm waiting for the money, of course, because that's what I do. More importantly, and I left this bloody gate open. Harv, you and leaving the gates open, not the best idea. You need to remember this. There are other people around here now. Anyway, so we had our little lottery for the home plots. That happened earlier this week, earlier in the week on Wednesday. Did that during a live stream. And the owners have been selected. And now it's time to give them their plots. And I'm just going to park right down here at the turnoff because, well, I've got a delivery to make this morning. Now, all told, I had 14 different people who were vying for home plots, and there are only 6 to give away. But I do have a bit of a consolation prize, and we're gonna discover what that is here in just a minute. But this was plot number 1. Plot number 1 was won by Cameron Bell, and as promised, Cameron, your name is now on mailbox number 1. There you go, buddy. Off to home plot number 2. Number 2 was won by Kevin Prolensky. Now, Kevin, being a very, very gracious fellow, donated his plot to a young man who follows my streams and has had some struggles. And so Kevin wanted to donate his winning of the plot to Brandon. So, Brandon, home plot number 2 is yours. There you go, Brandon. Home plot number 2 just for you, buddy. Thanks to Kevin Prolensky. Off to number 3. Number 3 was won by Marilyn Carew. Marilyn, here comes your plot. And that's home plot number 3 for Marilyn. Congratulations, Marilyn. Number 4. Number 4 was won by Paul Spear. And there you go, Paul. Home to plot number 4 just for you, buddy. Congratulations. And I gotta work my way up the hill for this one because these are way up here. It's not that long a walk. There's number 5. Home plot number 5 goes to my attorney, Ben Singleton. Ben Singleton, proud owner of home plot number 5. Congratulations, my man. And on to home plot number 6. Home plot number 6 goes to James Tansley. And there you have it. James Tansley, the proud winner, hopefully the proud winner, of home plot number 6. There you go, bud. Home plot number 6, James Tansley. So, those are our winners of the home plots. Congratulations, everybody. It's nice to have you a part of Harv's World and Off the Grid. And right down here on this curve, I'll show you. This is where I put in these reflective markers so people don't drive off the edge. That would be bad, okay? Now, I have consolation prizes. I do. But some of you might think they're not so consolation as they are the better choice. I don't know. I mean, it I guess depends on your perspective. I think the home plots were the real victory, but what I've done is I've started naming the roads around here. So Phil Otto was in on the lottery, and this road leading up to the home plots is now Otto Way. Skip Shifter also. The road leading up to the homestead is now Shifter Road. And as I'm headed over to town, I need to make a sale. I need to sell off milk and eggs to the cake shop. Probably ought to stop and grab some fuel too. But I can show you a few more things along the way. This bridge is now Too Cool Bridge. Too Cool was one of the people who signed up for a home plot, but he gets the bridge named after him. Too Cool Bridge. Even though I don't technically own the bridge, my side of the lake, I can name it whatever I want, right? Now I need to roll in here and pick up some fuel, but that gives me an opportunity to show you a couple more things, because the truck is running awfully low. Come on, brother. Right down here, Tago. Tago Gaming was a person up for the home plots. Well, he gets this Tago Terrace road name, and then Ravens Gaming also was one of the people signed up, and this road through town is now Ravens Row. How about them apples, guys? I told you I wasn't going to leave anybody out. And there's a few more yet. There's a few more we need to check in on. And I've got something to show you because this is pretty darn cool. We've got this road right here. And this is Typo Sev Way. Typo Cobalt and his girlfriend signed up for one of the plots. And Typo Sev Way. There you go, buddy. And you have been a long time viewers of Off the Grid, and I appreciate your support and following. And that goes for everybody. I mean, I'm not trying to single anybody out here. I'm trying to do for everybody. Okay, here's the cake shop. Yeah, let's see what they're gonna do for my milk and eggs today. Well, between the milk and the eggs, that was about $6,500, so that's a little bit extra money coming in. The farm market is doing fairly well, bringing in a few $100s a day, so I can't complain there. Money is going up. I mean, well, it does, and then it drops off, and then it goes up, and then it drops off. Alright, time to head back to the homestead, but we have a few more stops to make along the way. I've got another street here, and this street is Triss Trail. Triss was another person signed up for a home plot. She didn't win, but she gets Triss Trail right up that street right there. Oh, and I've got a very special one because he was so gracious and it was such a sweet gesture on his part. Kevin gets the park named after him. Prolensky Park. There you go, Kevin. I'm not going to leave you out, and that was very, very kind of you. Thank you for doing that, man. Very, very nice. And I've got one more left to show you, and a little bit of an announcement to make when I do. Now that's just the boat ramp, and it says boat ramp. It's been that way for a long, long time. Last one on the list, he's probably sitting there going, "What'd you forget me for, Harv?" I didn't. Right here. The campground is now officially open, and I decided to name it Camp Juicy. And that color was kind of bad, so I wanted to change it up. But the campground is Camp Juicy. Juicy is another long-time follower of Harv's World, and now he gets the campground. I don't want to go in here too far, but I'll show you. I did put in a little dumping area for people's trash. That was the other delivery that I was waiting for. So the campground is in good shape and ready to go. Well, I decided I better go ahead and get this canola field knocked out. It was ready to harvest, and so I took a break. Well, not a break. I broke off from what I was doing when I got back to the homestead and decided I probably ought to get this canola out of the field. Now there's still sunflowers over there, but sunflowers can use a little extra drying time, so that's not as big a concern for me right now. I'm not going to worry about the harvester at the moment. I'm going to shut her down and leave it right here, get this canola put away. Not sure what I'm going to do with the canola yet either. I did get the sugar beets all picked up over there, and they are in storage, so I'm going to be trying to sort out what I can do about turning those into sugar at some point too, and we'll see how that sorts itself out. But the big news right now is I heard from my banker, Mr. Dufresne. Andy Dufresne called me up this morning and said the home plot sales look like they're going to go through with no problem, and we are going to go ahead and advance the money to you. I mean, it's not necessarily an advance, it's really just a matter of them sorting out the details of the final sales, but everybody's been approved, and I wouldn't have put their names on the mailboxes if I didn't think that was going to be taken care of. So the home plots are going well. I've got the money in my account. Now I can't just go blowing a bunch of money because there's a method to that madness, as you well know at this point. So I need at this point, I need to focus on getting the sawmill area cleared. I'm not quite there yet. I mean, you know, you saw exactly how much has been done, and a lot's been done, and I have pushed way, way back. Look at all of this timber that's ready to be processed once that sawmill goes in. There's no point in running it out now. No point whatsoever. In fact, I might as well nail a stump or two while I'm running through here. Especially these big ones. These can get nasty in a hurry if you don't take care of them. I know I'm going to have at some point delivery trucks coming in here. And I don't want them to get held up by all of this junk. That's going to be a big part of it, is the deliveries that need to be made to have this thing built. Now, I haven't really made any phone calls yet about who I'm going to hire, anything like that. Who can give me the best offer, what I'm even really going to need. I need to talk to Chuck again before I do that, just to, you know, he's got all the experience. And I haven't talked to Chuck in a while, so I should definitely be doing that. Oh, see, here's a nasty little spot right here, with a whole bunch of stumps left behind. I probably should have been clearing these off as I worked my way through, but I just wanted to get pushed back in. You know what I mean? Really, really wanted to get to a point, or find the place where the sawmill was going to be. I don't really have a way to survey the topography, if you will. If you know what I'm even talking about. If I even know what I'm talking about. But, you know, the measure of the terrain, the levels of the terrain and all of that, to find out where a good level spot is. So it's really just eyeballing it for me. There's always some work to be done to, you know, clear a spot. I'm not going to be doing all of that work. That's going to be left to the devices of the builders to some degree. They'll need to come in, kind of do their own little surveys, if you will, and figure out exactly what's going to be the best position, you know, general layout. I need to talk to them about power, because, you know, my little heating plant that keeps the farmstead going, that's not going to be sufficient. See, these stumps are sneaky. You can roll right over them and not even know that they're there. Like that one. See, and there's still a piece left. Look at that. Did that do you? Did that get you? Are you out of there now? Thank you. And this one here, hiding in the grass, being an evil, sneaky little stump. Man, I'm amazed even myself at how far back. Yeah, I know I just rolled past the stump, but I want to get in and start clearing. There's several through here that need to be taken care of. I better get this one at least away from the road. Come on. There we go. And then when I broke off from harvesting the last time, I didn't really spend much time getting everything piled up properly. I probably ought to take care of that next, as much as I can. I do have a nice clearing started down there. Come on, you squirrely little bugger. Ah. This thing is just... Yeah, there's a reason I never use this in the field for any farm implements or anything, because frankly it's more trouble than it's worth. But at least it'll push around some logs when I need it to. And no, you don't get to run away. Get back up in that pile. Come on. Push. Push like the wind. Yeah, they're all going to want to roll downhill. Who doesn't want to roll downhill? Yeah, wasn't that just some of the most fun you ever had as a kid, finding a nice steep hill, plopping down on your side, and seeing how fast you could roll down the hill? Why don't adults do that? You know, you think about it, I mean, kids could have fun doing the silliest, goofiest little things, and adults are sitting here going, well, I need 17 hours of my favorite TV show, but you know, a kid, all he needs is a hill. We become very complex human beings the older we get, don't we? Alright, that'll clear my path at least, and then I got another pile over here that I could push around. Get shored up. Man, this thing is just so bloody squirrely. And the closer to the sawmill area that I get, the less concerned I am about how neat these piles are, because at some point I'm just going to winch them straight to the sawmill. Now, obviously, the farther away I get, the more I'm going to want to just load and haul them down here, but alright, that'll do. Okay, back to the tree clearing. And I think width-wise, I'm probably okay at this point. I just want to push back in because there's a nice flat level clearing up in here. as I've said, I'm kind of eyeballing this, and it can be difficult to see. So, you know, I've got a reasonably level space right through here. Looks pretty good, but then I started looking back through there, and it looks like there might be something more. So I started to push back a little bit and realized, probably not any better than where I'm already at. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Yeah, I think I've got plenty of room right back here, so I'm not going to push back too much farther. I mean, I am deep into the forest at this point. If I go too much farther, I'm not going to have anywhere to work back in here. I mean, I can work back toward the homestead, but that's not how I want this operation to function. I want it to stay relatively centralized, although I did get quite a few deadwood trees out, but man, there's still an awful lot of deadwood back in here. An awful lot that needs to come out. Get these dead trees out of here, and that will help the live trees flourish, if you will. Well, even if you don't. Getting the dead wood out will help these trees flourish. And it's not like they don't have fantastic ground to work in, because, well, we've seen exactly how outstanding the soil is once the trees are cleared. So just getting a few more trees cleared should be very helpful in that regard. Well, Pierre called me up and he asked me if I wouldn't come over and check on old Raster because he's going to be late getting home today. Asked me if I wouldn't stop by and feed him, and I said sure. Raster needs a ride, so I figured I'd get Raster out and give him some exercise. And come on over here and visit James, because I haven't seen James in a while. Haven't seen him in a while at all. Hi, James. James. He runs away. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Here, you want some dinner? You want some dinner? There you go, buddy. There you go. So while James is having his dinner, I am going to head on back up to the homestead. Really give old Raster here a workout. A lot done today. A lot of good things coming our way. We've got the home plots sold. We've got the money for that. The sawmill is coming along. The space is cleared. It's a matter of doing the legwork now. Calling the right people and finding out exactly who I can hire to come in and put that thing in. I don't expect it to be a cheap proposition. Well, that's the whole point of the homesteads, or the home plots, right? To get the money together to put that thing in. Hopefully I've got a bit more than I actually need, but we'll find out. We are going to find out. Congratulations to everybody who did get their name on a home plot. Very much appreciate you participating and being part of Harv's world. I think that's going to do it for this episode of Off the Grid. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. As always, I very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.